So the first cut of spring is really timed around about March time, probably late March for many people in the southern part of England and probably Wales. And then further north you might be able to hold off cutting your grass until April time. But it should be cut long to start with, that's the key thing. So don't cut your grass too short in those first few cuts. Leave it long and the grass will carry on growing strongly and it will be really tougher for the rest of the year. If you skim it too short early in the season, then you take a lot of the strength out of the grass, and the grass roots tend to go shorter the shorter you cut it, so they can't get down and access moisture. So generally speaking, the longer you leave your grass, the better it is. Now when it comes to mowing, the mower itself, all mowers, whether they're petrol, electric or whatever, push, will have some sort of side adjustment where you can adjust the height either of the back wheel up and down so that that increases the height, or it might increase the height over all four wheels up and down. It just depends on what mower you've got as to how you adjust it. The key thing really is to leave the grass at least an inch or 25 millimeters long for the first few cuts. You can then go down slightly lower, probably down to about half an inch or 12 millimeters, but don't scalp the lawn whatever you do. So err on the side of caution, raise the mower height and keep the grass longer. Before you make the cuts as well, it's worth checking the underside of the mower. Make sure it's all switched off, just in case it starts accidentally. You don't want to damage yourself. But just check the underside of the mower, have a look underneath and see whether there's any damage or whether it's clean. You need to make sure that it's clear of old lawn mowings. You don't want those on there because that will affect the cut. And make sure that the blade is also clean, because that way you'll get a much cleaner cut if the blade is cleaned of all the old mowings which have gathered there underneath. And so it then remains to think about whether you collect the clippings or whether you let them fly on those first few cuts. But if you think about it, the mower is cutting quite longish grass to start with, and if you let all of that debris fly onto the lawn, then you'll end up with great piles of grass clippings that you might either have to rake up or might make the grass go yellow underneath. So it's always worth putting your grass box on for the first few cuts particularly, and then if it's a mower that's designed as a mulching mower like this one, then you can let those clippings fly through the rest of the summer, because those clippings will break down on the surface of the lawn and help to feed it. So I'm going to get this mower started and get on with my mowing.